Let's make it a good day.
Coming up today, Madonna makes an entrance and an exit that basically stole the VMAs. Plus, So Long Streaming, where you can see Disney's biggest movies for the rest of the year. It's all in the hot dish. Then, his eye is on food. Antoni from Queer Eye is joining us live to talk about the Emmy-winning hit show and his brand new book. And from weekend getaways to end of summer parties, you are showing us your weekend. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Good morning, Rochester. Good morning, Kenmore, Washington. And good morning, Anoka. And good morning to you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please say hello to my sidekick sister from another mister and Taco John's Employee of the Month. She's Kendall Belgrande. Good morning, Kendall.
Extra hot sauce.
That's right.
For everyone.
Extra sassy today.
Spicy.
You got an extra saucy packet in your being today.
I did. I wasn't fully listening very well. Did you say hi to Buffalo Center?
I did not say, and I love that already the show is on for a minute and she's already admitting she isn't listening.
I was distracted.
No, what city did you want me to? Buffalo City, right?
Buffalo Center, Iowa.
Buffalo Center, Iowa. Because, yeah, we're in Iowa as well. So, hello, Iowans.
Hi.
So, Buffalo Center, Iowa.
Where North Iowa High School is and where Cindy K. Heidloff was the North Iowa band queen in 1970-something.
Oh, I love it. Band queen.
That's my mom.
That was oddly what they called me in Indiana. Yeah, with my French horn. Look, it's the band queen. Yeah.
There she is.
But it was more derogatory for me.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just a little, oh, look at the little gay kid with the French horn. Anyway, how you doing? How was your weekend?
It was good. It was eventful. We went to the Gopher game, went to Basilica Block Party. I moved some plants.
It was, correct me if I'm wrong, it was a big sports ball weekend, right? It was the football started, the football, the U.S. Open happened. There were college games all over the place.
All over the country.
I watched absolutely none of them, but I heard about them.
We're not surprised.
Yeah. How did the Vikings do? Don't ask.
There was an overtime loss. There was a fumble that shouldn't have been a fumble. It was very controversial, but the call on the field stood because they couldn't reverse it because that's how it works in football. And then at the end of the day, Jason's sleeping.
How about the Seahawks? How did they do? Did they play? They did well, didn't they?
They won.
They did, okay. Hey, you know what today is? If I may take just a moment, today is my anniversary. 7 years ago, I married my better half. There he is. There's Kyle to the left.
Ow, ow.
And you know what's funny? Leave this photo up for just a second. You know what's funny about this? We got married at the Lowe's here in Minneapolis. It's not a plug, but it fits the story. This photo, it was taken by a relative of mine, Jim Woolsey, who's a fantastic photographer. This photo caught the eye of the hotel company, and they put this on their room keys for a while.
Stop it.
Yeah, they're like, well, we want a gay couple, so how about them? So they asked us for permission, so that photo were on room keys for the Lowe's hotel chain for about a year or two. It was hysterical.
What?
Yeah. But that was right after we were walking back down the aisle. That's probably one of my favorite photographs. But anyway, and then the next photo, let's roll this. I can never tell this story too much.
Okay, wait, what?
That was our wedding cake, Kendall. That is a bleeding armadillo groom's cake from Steel Magnolias, one of our favorite movies. When you cut into that animal, it was a blood red cake. It was a devil's food cake.
That's morbid.
Yeah. And then, you're supposed to, we kept the head of it. For good luck, we chopped the head off.
No, it's the top of the cake, not the head.
Well, we had an animal for a cake, so we chopped the head off, and then we were going to save it, and someone stole the head of the armadillo one of our guests.
You don't say.
Yeah, I think it was executive producer Jeff.
Probably.
You were at my wedding, weren't you? Yeah, I don't know. I don't
He was
remember.
Busy.
He was busy. There's a lot of people to say hello to. But anyway, but it was just one of the best days of my life, and he's a much better guy than I am, much kinder, much more organized, much everything else, that's Colin Matheson. So there we go.
Congratulations.
Happy anniversary. And we're going to go get a steak dinner tonight, I think.
Heck yeah.
Big steak dinner. Let's get started, everybody. Roll it, Leo. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. The MTV Video Music Awards were held last night in New York, and the show kicked off with the Material Girl. Look at this.
Happy 40th MTV! Welcome to the 2021 MTV Video Music Awards.
That's right. Madonna returning to the stage and leaving the stage. We're blurring this because it was basically her entire rear end, and we know there are children watching. I don't know. Hey, here's the promo, too. They shot this in Times Square at 3 a.m. I loved this. You know me, I love a good open. Anyway, I am wondering, and I would never talk about anatomy, because I would never talk about women's anatomy on the show. But I got to tell you, I'm wondering, is it a butt? I'm just going to be blunt. Is that a butt implant?
A faux bootay?
Is that again? Please don't email me. But it's Madonna. She doesn't care. She loves that we're talking about it. She turned around, and my friends Lori and Julia from my radio station tweeted out #butt implants. Are they? Do you know? Why am I asking you? I don't know why. I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
Well, there's a thing. I think it's like the Brazilian butt lift. It's like called something, and it's a booty implant.
Producer Ted had it.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I don't know. That's all I'm going to say because I don't want to get in trouble.
That's fine.
'Kay.
But do you think, is that a God-given accessory?
I mean this in like a very honest way. Madonna is older than I think most people would, showing off the rear end.
She's 63.
Okay, I don't think that's a natural 63-year-old booty, but you know what? She's a Material Girl.
Hey, she looks fantastic. You know we don't age shame on the show.
No.
You do you.
I just don't know if most people age that well.
No. And by the way, one programming note, that outfit is what Kendall and I will be dressing up in for Halloween, our Halloween episode.
Jason's the bottom half. You'll just wear this.
That's right. Touche, Kendall. Hey, if you watch the VMAs, you may have asked yourself, who's that? More than once. Now, the Jason Show research team. There we go. Decided to put me to the test to see if I could name, because I call the VMAs at this point, and I'm 47. You're looking at a 47-year-old dude. I now call the VMAs, oof, I'm old. Now they're going to test me. I haven't seen this to see if I could name any of the nominees or winners. First up,
Oh, what a photo.
She hosted the show and won an award. Okay, don't reveal it yet.
That outfit.
I have no idea. I honestly.
Can I give you a hint?
You know who this is?
Yeah. Can I give you a hint?
Is it Catwoman? I don't know. You're growling.
of.
Okay, go ahead. Who's the reveal? Who is this? This is
Doja Cat.
Doja Cat.
See, cat.
Doja Cat. Okay. What is she? Forget it. Next one. Okay. Let's see the next one. Leo, go ahead and put this up. Let's see if I can name. That's an old intern of ours, isn't it? He was announced last night and has two of the biggest songs of the year. I'm not making this up. I honestly, do you know who this is?
I don't know either.
Is that,
I'm 31.
that's Evan Peters, isn't it? From American Horror Story?
Is that Justin Bieber?
Okay, let's see who it is. Reveal, Leo.
Oh, the kid Leroy.
The Kid Leroy.
I've heard his music. I don't know who he is.
I have honestly. What does he sing, Jeff?
We just played it before the show.
We just played it before the show? I was listening to Kendall. I don't know.
What was it?
Do you know? You're younger. You're supposed to know this stuff. Do you know who the Kid Leroy is?
No, I know his music. I would not know what he looked like, though. Like, I knew who Doja Cat was, but I have no idea who.
Here's the deal. I think you should go as Madonna or I'll go as Madonna for Halloween, and you should go as Doja Cat.
With that thing.
Let's do that for Halloween. Next in the dish this week, the curtain opens on Broadway once again. Wicked first debuted back in '03. The show was featured. This was such a good piece on CBS Sunday Morning. And the show's creator talked about how he actually came up with the idea. Look at this.
But the other witch, the one with the bigger part, was lean, mean, and Technicolor green.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
In the movie, all you ever hear about the Wicked Witch of the West is she's wicked, wicked, wicked. But that's it.
You're absolutely right, Tracy. In fact, Wicked is part of her name, the Wicked Witch of the West. It has a capital W. She doesn't have a first name. She doesn't have a backstory, which meant that nobody could say that I got it wrong.
That's so cool. Wicked is based obviously on the origins of the Wicked Witch. There's the book, the source book. The Origins of the Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz. And like I said, it opens on Broadway tomorrow. The traveling cast is on right now. I found it fascinating that, you know, L. Frank Baum wrote The Wizard of Oz in 1900. So in the year 2000, the copyright ran out. It was a 100-year-old copyright. And that is how they were able to use the characters for a Broadway show, because you would normally need to pay for the rights. They got around that. There was a deadline, and they submitted the manuscript before they would be charged. I'm not phrasing that well, but I do know it was a 100-year-old copyright, and they knew they had that window, wrote it, submitted it, got it, and to my recollection, didn't have to pay the normal fees because of that 100-year rule.
The book is really good. If you are a fan of The Wizard of Oz, or if you like the musical, I read the book and I really liked it.
And the show is, I've seen it, I think 5 or 6 times. There's nothing like the close of Act 1 with Defying Gravity, when Alphaba takes flight. That trick, the illusion of it, and the music crescendos, and then black, it goes to black. One of the best intermission to go to intermission songs ever. We're going to take a break. We're going to intermission right now. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment, friends. The hot topics in the hot dish continue next. TMZ is live with the deets on the red carpet scuffle at the VMAs. Plus, Britney is free and now engaged? Then, he is part of the Fab Five. From Queer Eye, Antoni will join us live to talk about the new season and his new book. And folks are talking about the new movie on Apple TV+, Coda. But does it meet the standards of producer Ted? His review is just ahead. We'll be back.
He'd always been funny, but he didn't try stand-up comedy until his mid-20s. A friend talked him into it. Right out of the gate, he won $500 in a stand-up competition. He quit State Farm and hit the road. But Cedric Kyles didn't sound right.
Where does Cedric the Entertainer come in?
You know, I performed as just Cedric. I performed as Cheerio for a short period of time there. And I did get a cease and desist letter from General Mills.
Is that true?
True story. I never really wanted to do like my formal name. I would sing, I would do poems, so I was like, don't call me a comedian, call me an entertainer. So he introduced me as Cedric the Entertainer, and that was it.
It wasn't easy. The road was paved.
I love Cedric. Cedric the Entertainer, one of the features on CBS Sunday Morning. By the way, he's going to host the Primetime Emmys Sunday night. And by the way, you were here. We got nominated for an Emmy. That's right.
Yep. Us here.
Yeah. I'm telling for the staff that wasn't here last week, like Tyler, floor director Tyler, and director Leo's back, everybody. So while he was gone, we entered Seattle and we got an Emmy nomination. Big week.
We've been busy.
That's right. You know, on Mondays, we get a special serving of hot dish all the way from Hollywood. Please give it up for our friend Brad from TMZ. Hi, Brad.
Good morning, Jason. I missed you guys last Monday.
I know, we missed you, but you're back, I'm back, you're back. We have, and we're going to start with big news for Britney Spears. She's free and engaged?
She's engaged. This was huge news over the weekend. She and her now fiance, Sam Asghari, announced that they were engaged. Britney put up a video showing off her ring. The two looked really excited. But right away, there were a lot of comments on the post of fans saying, Britney, you need to make sure you get a prenup, make sure you're careful. And Sam Asghari clearly saw those comments because last night he posted saying, hey, don't worry, we're going to have an ironclad prenup. I need to protect my Jeep and my shoe collection if she decides to dump me. So he's having some fun with it too.
Well, good. Hey, she needs some good news in her life.
Absolutely.
Nothing but the best. Okay, we were talking about the VMAs earlier, but we were talking about the show. But on the red carpet, Machine Gun Kelly got into a scuffle last night with whom?
With Conor McGregor, of all people. This was the biggest kind of event of the whole night, if you will, and it happened before the show. You see there that there was some sort of struggle on the red carpet, and what we're being told two different versions of events. One event was that Conor wanted a photo with MGK. He said no, and that upset Conor. The other version that we're told is Conor went up to shake MGK's hand, and for whatever reason, MGK security kind of pushed Conor to the side, which enraged him, and he even threw a drink at MGK and Megan Fox. Luckily, no one was injured. It doesn't appear that any fists connected or anything like that, but just a very odd kind of feud between those two.
That, as they say, escalated quickly over what seems like a series of accidents.
And it's just par for the course for Conor McGregor. I don't think you can expect anything less there.
Yeah, maybe some anger management classes.
A little bit. There's got to be something.
My goodness. Finally, the funeral service in that Netflix show, Buried by Bernards, is being accused of a screw-up. What kind?
Yeah, this is a really kind of disturbing story, if you will. There's a show, Buried by the Bernards, on Netflix, and one family is claiming that the funeral home gave them the wrong ashes. They say that they laid their mother to rest and wanted to go spread her ashes in the ocean that they had received from the funeral home. They took the ashes to Florida, and when they opened the box, they noticed that the name tag was different than their mom's. So they said that they called the funeral home, who said to them, look, you have the right ashes, we just got the name tag wrong, and did offer to reimburse them $2,000 for funeral costs. But this is a weird mix-up if it was legit.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my reaction too. Well said.
Yeah, thank you. Brad, have a good week, my friend. Thank you.
You too, Jason. Thanks.
Maybe I'm just a little bit of a cynic, but I'm sure it's happened more than probably reported, you know?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's nothing. It's not a fun thing.
No.
I remember this. Don't worry. People are, oh my God, where you going? But my dad passed away many years ago when I was in my 20s, and I remember going to the cemetery and the woman handling it, and I have no idea. I can barely buy myself supper. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm late on my phone bill, and I'm at this, and I'm in my 20s looking at this woman like, okay, now I got to plan. I'm an only child, so I had to plan my dad's funeral. And the woman looked at me and she says, well, here's the good news. She goes, the plot, because we had him cream, the plot where your dad is, there's room for you. And I went, like, what do you mean? She goes, well, I mean, if you want to be buried next to him. I'm like, no. How about no? Where do I sign? Let's just, this isn't like a roommate situation. Mm-hmm. We can just, that was 15, 17 years ago, and I still remember that. She got real excited. Guess what? There's room for you.
It's like a discount at the Kmart Blue Light Special.
Yeah. I'm like, no, let him, he can have the whole space. We didn't get along, for heaven's sake, but let him spread out. You know what I mean? I don't need to be there 50 years later. It's fine.
Hi, Dad, it's me.
Yeah, moving in. No, it's the one of the memories I have of that wild weekend.
And you were just like, what?
Yeah, like, what? What? Next in the dish, it's Fashion Week in New York, and the outfits are usually out there. This is executive producer Jeff's favorite story today. But Kim Kardashian took things to the extreme. Let's look at this. I'm sorry. How, are we sure it's her? Who confirmed this? Take a look. She's in an all-leather ensemble. Mm-hmm. Okay, now we have a side-by-side, I'm being told. Sorry. We have a side-by-side, Ted said. Let's take everybody come back to the TV. Now, see, now she's just blanking with us. You know, Kendall? She just wants us to talk about her. That's what, and we're falling, and I'm mad at myself and you and the show. We're falling into her trap.
What did I do?
It's just, I don't know. But we're doing exactly what she wants us to do.
Well, I don't know how she was going to top all of her outfits of the past. I mean, have you remember some of the stuff she's worn?
I know, but when you're all, I mean, you look like a baked potato, like getting ready to be microwaved.
She was just following COVID standards. She had a full mask.
Is that what she said? Oh, you just made that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe she was, though. I don't know.
I don't know. How can the young lady breathe?
I don't know, but she's perfected that. She's worn some corsets that I'm like, girl, how you breathe? And she's like, I don't breathe.
Yeah. She looks good. I'm just saying, come on. Come on.
She does not look good in that. You don't have to be nice. That looks ridiculous.
Thank you. It does. I know. But again, maybe that should be our backup Halloween costume this year.
Can I wear that one? You be Madonna, I'll be Kim.
Sure. We have like a little Halloween leather motif going on the show. I love that. Next in the dish, that'll be a quick way to get us up in the office, man. Yeah. Can you imagine that meeting with Kim Jong-un? Oof. So, you two were wearing leather.
The studio went dark that day.
Yeah, exactly. Next in the dish, the second season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City debuted last night, and it kicked off in the most dramatic way possible. Look at this.
Can I what?
Can you just turn it off?
I have some bad news.
What's going on? Yeah, I can feel your energy completely.
I just got a phone call and I need to go.
Wait, what? Do you have to go?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Why are the police here?
We're looking for Jen Shaw.
Holy what the is going on?
She just left.
Wait, Jen? I thought you were asking about Jen. You guys, what if she's on the run?
How did they know she was here? Somebody had to have told them she was here.
What are you guys doing in there?
There's a search warrant.
Oh my gosh. What? Real Housewives star charged in massive fraud money laundering scheme.
No.
I have the chills.
No.
I heard.
I love it. How do they know we're here? It's called an iPhone. Hey, so that's Jen Shaw getting arrested by Fed agents for money laundering, allegedly. Do I have to say allegedly? Yeah, allegedly doing a money laundering and thing in a telemarketing scheme. Jen says she's innocent. I tried Salt Lake City. Y'all know I like Housewives. I tried it. I got off after like the third because mainly her. I can't stand her.
Well, she's gone now.
No, she's going to be. I think she's in the season. She got bailed out. She went down to like Bob's bail bonds and got, and then, yeah, she's out.
Rich people.
Wow. Next in the dish, Disney is putting its confidence back in theaters. Late last week, Mickey Mouse announced plans to once again release all of their remaining movies for this year exclusively in theaters before streaming. Now, the reason this is a big deal, this used to be just common procedure, because they did that successful, they did a couple of these successful releases of Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings and Free Guy earlier, later this summer. Both films surpassed $100 million at the box office. Disney is still dealing with the fallout from its decision to release Black Widow on Disney Plus and in theaters. That decision, as you guys know, led to Scarlett suing Disney. Disney 2021 slate includes The Eternals, another Marvel movie, and Steven Spielberg's reimagining of West Side Story. Good on them. I mean, I think they're trying to do damage control. Again, what they did, I love Disney, but I have no problems busting them when they need to be busted. Public relations-wise, they may be in the right. Public relations-wise, they bungled the Scarlett Johansson contract talks. Bungled it. This, I think they're trying to make a correction, a course correction.
Right.
And good. I'm happy for the theaters. I really am happy because I'm a guy that wants theaters to survive when all of this is done.
Yeah, when you read into that Scarlett Johansson stuff, it's like, ooh, that's dishy. You get it. You get why she got mad.
That's why I'm telling you that the new guy, Bob Chapek, the new head of Disney, I don't know. Hashtag not my buddy, Bob Iger. Ooh. I don't know if this stuff would be happening under Iger. Read his book, by the way. Can't recommend it enough. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. Welcome back, everyone. It's one of the reasons, I know it's fun, and I'm with you, to hate Mondays, but this is one of the reasons we love Monday. It's time, once again, to see what you were doing when you show us your weekend. We asked you to post a picture on the Jason Show Facebook page. So let's see what folks are doing. First up is Sue. Hey, Sue. She says, I thought you'd get a kick out of this, Jason. I had a great breakfast at Julie's in Superior. Check out the sign. Now hiring meatballs, $10.50. Well, I mean, there is a labor shortage in our country. We're getting to the point where people are going to hire meatballs.
Of course.
For $10.50. Now, let's think about this. I was going to, well, are the meatballs $10.50?
Or the people $10.50?
Because, see, it's now hiring, then the next line, meatballs, then the third line, $10.50. I'm thinking it's just now hiring, and then meatballs, the special is $10.50.
I think you're right.
And for $10.50, there better be a lot of meatballs.
And like
I better
some mashed
get a
potatoes.
nice, generous portion of meatballs.
Yeah, side salad.
Baked potato.
Thank you.
Some great concerts this weekend. Nicole went to see Lizzo outside at Treasure Island. She says Lizzo owned that stage. And Karen shared this picture. She was at the Phoebe Bridgers concert at Surly Brewing on Saturday. Yeah, I had a lot of friends at Lizzo, my buddy Fallon from KDWB here in the Twin Cities, and photographer Eric was there as well.
Yeah.
Kinda. He drove his wife Tanya and Tanya's friend, but they didn't have a ticket for him. So Eric sat out in the car for 4 hours. And I'm not making, Kendall, back me up. I'm not making this up, am I?
No, he walked to the gas station, though, to get some snacks. So he did get out of the car at one point.
Because we asked if Tanya cracked the window for him. You know, were you able to get food and water for the 4 hours?
Said he could faintly hear Lizzo.
Yeah, and we said, well, was it a matter of not, because there were tickets available, and Eric said Tanya didn't want him there.
Truth hurts.
I said, buddy, because I would have bought you a ticket. I love Eric. That's my buddy. I would have gotten front row if you wanted, but Tanya didn't want him there. You shall stay. You shall stay. Because taking an Uber from the Twin Cities it's a long way. Next up, Emma. She celebrated her 5th anniversary with her husband in Stillwater. Happy anniversary, guys. Good-looking couple there. And Angie celebrated her birthday with her husband at Target Field. Perfect baseball weather this weekend. Absolutely. Oh, beautiful ballpark. I love that Target Field. A great post from Christina. She saw her best friend from 8th grade after 27 years. Christina says they were neighbors in Utah before both of them moved to different states, and Facebook reconnected them. That's the thing. I hate Facebook. If I didn't have a job that I would be done with, right? You and I have talked. If I didn't have to do it for this show, I would be off Facebook. I can't stand it. It's a cesspool of negativity 90% of the time. But focusing on the positive, I have reunited and I am staying connected with so many of my high school and college friends because of Facebook.
Right.
I have to admit.
That's you like hearing those stories. It gives you a little humanity.
It does. It does. Steph is next. Hi, Steph. Check out the soccer sweets that she made for some birthday sharing cousins. Look at that cake. Why is she not working in a their bakery's watching. Hire this lady. Look at that.
That would have taken a long time.
I don't even play soccer and I enjoy that. That's fantastic. Jessica celebrated her son's 3rd birthday this weekend. Look at that cutie. Hi, Jax. Oh my goodness, Kendall.
Oh, so big.
I just want to we got to take him home. Oh wait, he has a home. But Jax, happy birthday, buddy. Catherine is next. Hi, Catherine. Her 6th grader got a big honor this weekend. He got to play football at US Bank Stadium on Sunday with his team. That's wonderful. Look at that.
Oh, cool.
That's a great picture, by the way, whoever took that. And Amy shared this one. She says, even with the disappointing game, her twins are happy. Football season is back. Oh, look, we're representing Wisconsin now. We talked the Seahawks. We talked the Vikes and the Twins. We got the Scotties up there. Yeah. Did they play this weekend too?
The Packers played, but we're not going to talk about it because people are very sad.
Oh.
Aaron Rodgers got pulled.
Oh, okay. Susie is next. She celebrated a bride-to-be at a bachelorette party with the Little Mermaid and Ryan Gosling. Quite the combo. Look at that. Now that is my type of bachelorette party. We got the Little Mermaid cookies. We got Ryan Gosling. Is that one of the Hemsworths? That's Liam, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or no, that's the other one.
No, I think that's Liam.
That's Scooter. I don't know.
What?
Valerie celebrated the fabulous September weather with a boat ride to Kendall's hometown of Red Wing.
Hey, girl, hey.
Make sure the next time you're in Red Wing, go to the gas station and tell them you know Kendall. You'll get free gas. Just joking. Finally, a good weekend. I know the judge. Finally, a good weekend to go camping. Lauren shared this picture saying, made bubbles while camping. Look at their jet stream. That's a cool...
That is
I'm really getting into campers recently.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm sorry, Airstream. What did I call it?
A jet stream.
That's a weather condition, yeah. And Allison went a step further. She went camping and woke up in nature inside this bubble.
Would you do that?
No. I don't know, because the animals could see you. You know what I mean?
Kidding?
Before they attack you, they can peruse how you look. Oh, look. Look, this one has more meat. I'll eat him.
Are you kidding me?
Antoni from Queer Eye next. Stay with us. Back in a moment. Thanks for your pictures. No, I'm not sleeping in a bubble. Welcome back. Our next guest is the food and wine expert on Netflix's Uber hit, Queer Eye. And his first book was such a success, he's going in for round 2. Please welcome to the show, Antoni from Queer Eye. Hi, Antoni.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I want to ask, you know this, being in the food industry for as long as you've been, there are 8 million cookbooks. So what's that first meeting like, Antoni, when you're trying to come up with a concept for either, this book, Let's Do Dinner, or the first one? Is it how to differentiate yourself, or is it what is popping at the time?
If I focus too much, that's actually a really good question. If I focus too much on what's on trend, then I'm not being authentic to myself. When we were trying to figure out what to do with my first book, I decided that what's given me success in the past is when I keep it personal and I keep it really honest. So Antoni in the Kitchen, my first book, was like a culinary memoir. It was Polish dishes that shaped me, food that I ate when I was a broke college student, dishes that didn't make it onto Queer Eye. And with Let's Do Dinner, it's sort of like my second book. It's like, okay, people know me, so like, what's next? And so I decided to focus on what I think is the most important meal of the day. I know a lot of people say it's breakfast, but some days I'm a little too busy and I skip it and I end up having like a protein shake. But dinner is a non-negotiable in my house. It was non-negotiable when I was growing up. It's how I connected with my family at the end of the day. It was a ritual. It was sacred. It was so important, and it continues to be, even for the life that I have now. So I wanted a book that kind of reflected that.
What are you making there?
The irony of like the life that what am I making? Okay, so this is a croque senior. Have you heard of a croque monsieur?
I have.
Okay, so classic French sandwich served in a lot of bistros and brasseries. I basically wanted to make an Italianified version of it, and that's kind of a recurring theme in the book, where I take things that people know. It's all about knowing the rules and then breaking them. By tweaking just a couple of ingredients in a dish, you can totally make it your own and make it really special and kind of different. So I'm swapping out ham or deli turkey meat with mortadella, which is basically a fancy bologna, adding some pepperoncini, pistachios, basil, and lemon zest, and you have a completely different sandwich. And that's what I encourage people to do. People have all these different dietary needs, even personal preferences or budget constraints. So I really encourage people, make it the way that I do once, and then figure out how to make it your own and just run with it.
Antoni, I think you would agree. I think one of the things for an average viewer, I always call them Betty from Anoka. They get intimidated with wine. They get intimidated by foodies. One of the things I liked about you, especially right off the bat in season 1 of the show, was your ideas for these families, for these individuals, were very accessible. Did you take an accessible route to Let's Do Dinner? What I mean by that is, and it's a compliment, it wasn't a bunch of foodie words and a bunch of ingredients you can only get at 2 stores. A lot of your recipes are, well, very accessible.
Totally. I think that that's so important. And honestly, that's something that I learned on Queer Eye. If I teach someone how to make something that's super complicated, fine, they'll make it once with me, but what are the odds that they're actually going to want to recreate that? It's not going to be sustainable. I want people to be able to recreate this time and again and just kind of like tweaking it along the way. And so that's what I did with Let's Do Dinner. You know, rotisserie chickens, those are like a go-to for me during the week. You can get a beautiful antibiotic-free organic bird at the grocery store for relatively cheap. It's going to last you a few meals. I use it in all kinds of things, from like burrito to nachos to a warm kale salad with pulled rotisserie chicken. You know, a lot of the ingredients just kind of get like repeated throughout the book, but tweaking one or two elements, you have a completely different dish. And I'm also about pantry staples. If you keep your pantry stocked with some basics, when it's time to do dinner, you go to the grocery store, you pick up a protein, unless you already have it in your freezer already, in which case you thaw it out, get a vegetable or two, and you're ready to go. When I do a recipe for the first time, I go to the store, I get 10 to 15 different ingredients, I use 10% of them, and I'm left with all these leftovers, and I don't know what to do with them. I'm not about that.
I love it. I'll end on a compliment. Congratulations, my friend, on the Emmy Award for the show. Well deserved.
Thank you. Thank you. It took a village, and we got there, and it's our 4th year running. And if you want to see me cook more, this week I'm doing plenty of virtual events. Go to the link in my bio of my Instagram account, @Antoni. I'll be cooking, I'll be chatting, I'll be talking about food.
All of that. Antoni, thank you so much. Let's Do Dinner is available tomorrow wherever books are sold. 4 years. Can't believe that. I remember the first season. It seems like it was just yesterday. We're going to take a break. When we come back, a new movie on Apple TV has a lot of folks talking. Some good reviews, but what does producer Ted think? Next.
I want to do this. There are plenty of pretty voices with nothing to say. Do you have something to say?
You will be required to have a hearing individual on board at all times.
With you for the rest of my life.
That is a clip from the new movie Coda, which stands for Child of Deaf Adults. It stars a predominantly deaf cast, including Oscar winner Marlee Matlin. The movie is streaming right now on Apple TV Plus, and so far it's gotten some really good reviews. But how does it hold up to the high standards of our resident movie critic? He is? That means it's time for 47% of America Loves Ted. And joining us is the producer of The Jason Show, Ted Johnson, from our control room. Ted, this is a memory, and I'm looking through last week. I believe this is your first appearance live since we got to Seattle, right?
I think so.
Do you want to wave to the good folks at Seattle?
Hello, Seattle.
That's right. Ted, you've been with us for how long, buddy, now? How long you been the producer version?
I think I'm going into my 4th season.
Well, there we go. Okay, Ted, what is this? I gave a little there. What's it about?
So you have Ruby, who is the daughter of deaf adults. Her brother's also deaf. And it's how she kind of navigates life and how she kind of tries to break off into her own, but also feeling the pressure to kind of care for her family and direct them in certain ways, and she figures out she can sing, but she doesn't really know if she's good at singing, but she sort of discovers this on her own and tries to explain that to her family, who doesn't really understand why that would be a good thing.
It's billed as a comedy drama, like a dramedy, is it?
So funny, so funny. I did not expect this movie to be funny, but the people who starred in it, Marlee Matlin, they're all funny. And you know, it's interesting because the brother and the dad are fishermen, and she's kind of helping them on the boat, you know, deal with the transactions with the other fishermen and selling the fish. And you just kind of, you love the family, the humor is just funny in unexpected ways, and yeah, no, it's funny.
Because looking at the trailer, I I would categorize it more of a drama. So when I read the note, I was surprised that it was even listed as a partial comedy.
That's what I thought when I went into this. I thought, okay, well, it's going to pull at my heartstrings. It's going to make me emotional.
And Ted has maybe 8 to 9 emotions, right, Ted? About 9? 8 or 9?
Very few.
Very few. Hey, there's someone in the movie that we're familiar with, I hear.
Eugenio Derbez. Remember, he was here with Dora the Explorer.
Yes.
He was great when he was here, and in this movie, he plays her choir director. So in this clip I'm about to show you, he is teaching her basically how to sing in front of people, and he's really good. Take a look.
Remember the little dog, big dog exercise? Okay, little dog. Do it! Come on! Push, 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 push. Medium dog. Big dog. You're embarrassed? Really? Everyone! Little dog, big dog. Come on. And pants! Pants! Push. Medium dog. Big dog. Engage your core. Blow it out. Push, 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 push. Push, 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 push. Engage your core.
Now you do that.
Is that our post-show exercises now? Who else did you like? Ted is right. That was a wonderful day when they were here, and he was a nice guy. Who else did you like in it?
And he's fantastic in this. I also loved the dad in this movie. I forget his name, but the dad, he was so good. And he just had like this vibe of like this rugged, tough fisherman. And in this scene, he's saying, "Sing to me." And the way she sings to him, and he kind of feels and listens and hears.
Ted.
So good.
Am I picking? Did you maybe shed half a tear here?
I can't confirm or deny that.
Wow. So overall, Coda on Apple TV Plus, you recommend it?
Rotten Tomatoes, I think, gives it a 96%, and I'm in that camp. I would say 96, 97%. If you are looking for something to watch, Coda, Coda, Coda.
Ted has a heart. Ted has a heart. Ted Johnson, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Coda on Apple TV Plus. You can watch it, like if you have it, just on your iPhone. We're going to take a break. Kendall's back. Our question of the day when we return. Back in a moment. That looks good. Welcome back. Kendall, we never laughed about this. Remember, so last week we added our Seattle station to her, and I said, hey, let's see if there's anybody watching in Seattle. Let's see if we add any followers on Instagram. Did you? I never did circle back. Did you get any new followers? Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I think it was like 2. Like 2 more. So if you want to follow us, Jason Show TV, and then our personal accounts, Kendall Mark, search for Kendall, and then Jason Matheson. Let's see how many friends we can get by the end of the broadcast day.
Maybe we'll get one
more.
Yeah.
One more. And don't forget to sign up to be a part of our virtual audience. Go to our Facebook page. There it is right there. The link is at the top. Sign up for a certain day, be a part of the show, and if you show up, you will get one of these mugs right here. Very nice. I love our new mug. So we are going to take a break. Oh, question of the day. Which kitchen appliance, our mystery question of the day, which kitchen appliance can you not live without or use the most? We'll be right back. I have the answer. Welcome back. It's time for our bubblegum goodbye. A mystery question in this every day. What appliance do you use most? Ladies first.
I don't cook, so it's my wine opener.
Okay. Mine, air fryer.
You love that
Done.
thing.
I haven't used I used it yesterday to make some biscuits, but other than that, I reheat leftovers in there. I put chicken tenders. I make meat. Everything. There's no, and it cooks in like 40 seconds. Everything is crispy. It tastes just like it does at the restaurant. The air fryer is the best appliance invention of the last 20 years. Move over, microwave, you suck. Seriously.
Is this an infomercial?
No, I'm not making any money off air fryers, but they are fantastic. I'm not kidding. They are
So
the bee's knees. They are top notch. They're 4-star, A+,
So
2
is
thumbs
my
up.
wine opener.
What?
My Italian wine opener. It's great. You just screw it in, you pop it off.
I believe you. Tomorrow on the show, Jay Leno. He's here. Well, shiver me timbers. Jay Leno's going to be on talking about his new show on Fox, plus a local pastry chef is taking her skills to the Food Network. That's tomorrow. But right now, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. We'll see you back here tomorrow, everybody.